do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I could do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get that they know different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. And none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get that they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
Somebody call for the queen.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what...
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dumb.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Here's Watson now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Murray has the first down and more. 20! And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 44 yards. And early in this one, DeMarco Murray sending a warning note out to the defense. They better start getting him on the ground or it could be a long game.
A dynamic, explosive run. And you're exactly right, partner. If they don't start stopping this right here, right now, look out. He can pile it up in a big way, and that'll really help his team out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. DeMarco Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
This will be fielded at the 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, here's Miller. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First and 10. Watson fighting to stay upright. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's a good sign early for the Colts, who had just 25 sacks last season.
People talk about putting an emphasis on an area of need. That's showing that the emphasis is paying off. Going ahead and getting to the quarterback early. When you only have 25 sacks in a season, that's not going to get you to the playoffs.
That was 31st in the league. The action here with Nelson Aguilar. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Throwing, Brissett steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dontari Poe. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Down. Green the line.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Flex round. Ohio.
2nd down, Brissett. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Watson now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for DeMarco Murray out of the backfield. And it's second down.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Colts coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bryce McCain on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Come back, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Come back, come back. Down. Green, down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Green, down. Green, down.
On the run, this is Hilliard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Down. Black 22. Black 22. 2 jet. 2 jet.
Now they'll run it on the Tongs. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come back. Come back.
Watson. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Reset, reset, reset. Let's get off the field. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the red zone now, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. Airing one out for Boyd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ohio, Ohio.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Ohio, Ohio.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Going up top. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On 1st and 10, Brissett drops it off for Coleman. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go play action with Brissett. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Kendricks. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's go! White 90!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Brissett. Buying time to his left. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it third down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Whitehead, the return. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at them with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Down. Green the line. Green the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Brissett. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Flushed out right. He finds Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go! 190! 190!
Brissett on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ohio!
On second down, Brissett again. Airing one out for Boyd. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Brissett again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Michael Kendricks in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our fourth quarter tie. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Murray with a nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He may try and run for this. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ohio.
Here's Coleman. And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. And I don't think necessarily you need to spike it.
Now the ball comes loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Watson. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Watson now to throw. Aguilar has it. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A roadway.